Welcome to Rom Wills Money Matters. Remove a poverty mindset. And this is very, very important. Very, very important. I can talk money matters, and I can talk about starting a business. I can start about getting a side gig, making money in tech. I can talk about all the stuff I have on here, but I'm gonna tell you what, if you have a poverty mindset, which means you subconsciously embrace being poor, even consciously doing it. Like when people try to say, well, we're poor, but we have more fun, or, we're better people and stuff. You've embraced a poverty mindset. Where I lived last time, there was a woman there, which she said something which said, okay, I need to look for another place more quickly. And she said, oh yeah, it's good to be around poor people. Everybody's friendly and stuff. She embraced that poverty mindset, Because if you have a poverty mindset, you're not going to do anything to become rich, to become wealthy. I'll say wealthy. I use the term wealthy. You're just going to make just enough just to make it to the next day. You're not going to do the extra stuff. You're not going to get that good side gig. You're not going to get the education or certification, whatever you got to do to make more money. You're not going to have ideas. You're going to be stuck where you're going to be stuck, right? So, that's the thing. If you got to get rid of that poverty mindset. And it can be tough. It can be tough. I wish it was just like that. You just snap your fingers, but it's not. It's going to take a while. It's going to take at a minimum 21 days. You just have to change how you think. And it can be tough, especially if you're in a poor neighborhood. And, when you're in a poor area, you're around poor people. And first of all, they always going to be talking it up. They always going to be talking it up. And they might be like that woman who lived in the same building I used to live in, like embracing it in a way. I was just like, no. You got to remove it. In fact, even watching this channel is not about having a poverty mindset. It ain't just embracing being poor. It's embracing making more money than average. And really, when you're making the money, it's not just about the money, but it's about the lifestyle. It's about having more space. It's about making whatever you got to make. And especially, you can't have a poverty mindset and think you're going to get into a business. Let me talk about that for a second. Because one thing in business, you don't know how much you're going to make. I don't know how much I'm going to make tomorrow or the next day or next month or a year from now. But what I do have is a wealth mindset. I'm going to do something. I'm going to make money. I already know that. That's the only thing I know. My mindset is to the point I'm going to do what it takes to keep the amount of money to live the lifestyle that I'm currently living. All right? Because you don't want to have that poverty thing, because one thing about a poverty mindset, you're not going to do what's extra. You're not going to do what's extra because subconsciously you've accepted that poverty. That's why a lot of poor people, let's put it like this. Let me use an example. You could be in a poor area making minimum wage. Now, somebody with a poverty mindset, they're not going to do anything extra on a job to get more money. They ain't going to do anything extra. They ain't going to get even a side gig or something so they can still bring in more money. They ain't going to save money. Indeed, that's why if you look in poor neighborhoods, think about it. You look in poor neighborhoods, you see more businesses. Those ain't really poor neighborhoods. They got plenty of money. But one thing with the poverty mindset, you don't save money. You spend it right away. That's why you'll have those businesses, and usually, especially in the United States, you'll have people from other countries. They'll come in and set up a business because they know the people in that area are going to spend money like crazy. You don't hardly see businesses in richer areas. Seriously, if you think about it. Like in a richer area, you might drive a while through a rich area before you see any type of business. And that's very important. That's because they're not going to spend money willy-nilly. But one thing poor people will do, no matter how much money they get, they'll spend it. That's why, like, even when they win the lottery, they'll spend it real quick. Because I've noticed that when you get somebody, I remember there was somebody who won the lottery and they were already in business. They already had money. Didn't hear a word from them. Didn't hear anything from them. They were like real quiet about it. They probably just put it away, whatever. But when you get some people who make that money, like I'll say I'm acquainted with someone who won one of those lotteries well over a decade ago in the Maryland area. They were spending money like crazy. They were spending money like crazy. And that was a poverty mindset. They didn't have the right mindset to do what they needed to do. You don't want to be that way. You don't want to be that way. First, you want to convert it. You want more money. Let's just be real. You want more money. When you have that wealth mindset, when you convert it, all of a sudden you're going to start doing stuff. You're going to say, well, hold up. Let me save some money first. That's a wealth mindset. Let me get certification, education, whatever I can to do something better. Shoot, you're going to work harder on your job so you can get a raise. You're going to do the things that you need to do in order that you can get out of that poverty mindset. That's the important thing. That's the important thing. And that's one thing that you want to do. All right? You got to remove it. Because seriously, watching this channel or any other channel, you might watch some channels with some actual millionaires or something. That's not going to do you any good. Seriously. It's not going to do you any good if you have that poverty mindset. I mean, you can watch the channels all you want, but if your mindset hasn't changed, you still thinking the same way up here, nothing's going to change for you. Nothing is going to change. And that's the thing to remember. You got to remove it. Seriously, it's a waste of time. Seriously, it is a waste of time. Like, I love viewers and everything, but if you coming on here and you got that poverty mindset, that's a waste. Everything I'm telling you is a waste. I'm sharing stuff that's for someone who has a wealth consciousness, who's thinking about, okay, I need to make more money. Need to make more money. What can I do to make more money? What can I do to live better? What can I do to live in a better neighborhood? What can I do to send my children maybe to better schools? What can I do to have a car that's going to stay running, or, a good car? Or, and if it breaks down or something, I can fix it right away. What can I do to be close to a grocery store that sells better types of food? That's how you want to start thinking. Because one thing with people who have a poverty mindset, they generally stay in that position until it takes something major. And I've seen a couple people that it took something major. All I'm saying now is just change it. Just change it. Every day, just think in terms of what you would have, what you would do if you really had money. I'm saying at least 21 days. It takes a little bit longer, but you got to have at least 21 days where you're thinking with a wealth consciousness. Okay? You got to think that. You got to think like that, all right? So anyway, that's all I have for today. I want y'all to really think about that, seriously, because otherwise it's a waste of time. Don't come to this channel, just because you want to support Rom. I appreciate that, but I want to see men and women who support this channel do well. All right? So, until we speak again, y'all know the deal. Let's go make that money.